Welcome to today's class. In today's class, we are going to see about the different sources of short-term finances. So short-term finances are nothing but in order to meet out the short-term uh, requirements of cash or finance, this is available. There are so many different types of short-term finances which are available to help the business or a company in order to overcome the requirements of cash or money within a shorter period. So now we will see about what is short-term finance and what are the different types of short-term finances which are readily available. So in this unit, we are going to see about the meaning, what is short-term finance, what are the different types which are available and how the businesses can avail and what is the benefits of that. All those things we will see in detail. Now we will see about what is short-term finance. Short-term financing means the financing of business from short-term sources which are for a period of less than 1 year. So here the time period is the finances which are available for a period of less than 1 year. We call it as the short-term finances. So it helps the company in generating the cash for working of the business or to continue the process of their business or company. The short-term finances will help them. So this is the meaning of the short-term finance. So it is a type of financing which normally needed because of uneven flow of cash. This is the reason why short-term finance is needed. So due to uneven flow of cash and due to a seasonal pattern of business or changes in the business or due to uncertainty or unexpected changes in the environment, all those things will lead to the requirement of short-term finance. So in most of the cases, it is used for all the types of inventory, account receivables, etc. So to avoid all these uncertainties, this short-term finances will be utilized. So these are the different types of short-term finances: indigenous bankers, trade credit, installment credit, advances, factoring, accrued expenses, deferred income, commercial paper, commercial banks, and public deposits. These are the different types of short-term finances. Today's class, we are going to see about which are the very important or easy means of short-term finances which is readily available for the business people. Now we will see about the working capital. What is working capital? It is the money that is available to a company for its day-to-day operation, or it is a liquid cash. So it indicates the company's operating liquidity and efficiency. So the working capital reflects the host of a company's activities, including cash, inventory, account receivables, etc. So this working capital will help the company to run the business or to take forward the business without any hindrances. If there is a lack in the working capital, then there will be a need for immediate arrangement of short-term finances. Now we will see about what is short-term cycle. Working capital cycle. So working capital cycle is a measure of how quickly the business converts the asset into cash, converts the current asset into cash. So the time period which is taken to convert the current asset into cash is considered as the working capital cycle. So the shorter the working capital cycle, the faster the company is able to free up its cash stuck in the working capital. So this will be measured, and if the time period is very short, in that case the company is able to recover their cash or their income or their profit soon by selling their current assets or by converting their current assets. So these are the factors which are affecting the working capital cycle. So stages of working capital cycle will vary depending upon the different institution or the business or the industry and how it is getting operated, and depending upon the key elements also. So it depends on the way it is implemented. For accounting purpose, the working capital cycle is measured by how many inventory, how long the inventory it takes to be converted into cash, or how long the company or the business people they are recovering their cash after the sales activity. Now we will see with an example. The working capital cycle for a retail company might involve purchasing of raw material on credit to begin with the cycle. So when you're purchasing the raw material, the cycle begins. Selling the product over several weeks and collecting the cash from the credit card sales after a month. So let's say it takes the business 60 days to turn the inventory into cash. The bill bill for inventory is due is 30 days. So if after sales, you are giving 30 days time for the people to pay. So when you are getting, when the business is getting back the money, that 30 days is called as the working capital cycle. So therefore the business working capital cycle is 30 days. So after sales, you are extending 30 days time to the people, customers who receive your product. So that 30 days is called as the working capital cycle. That is a time period which is taken to convert the assets into cash, is called as the working capital cycle. Now we will see about what is trade receivables. The trade receivables is the amount of payment which is not yet received, so which is yet to be received. So the company has extended the credit facility to the customers. So when it is extended, the amount is still due. So still, the accounts receivable is the money that the company has a right to receive after a certain period of time when a business has sold the goods or services on the credit. So the trade receivables, it is yet to be received. The amount is yet to be received is called as a trade receivable. Now we will see an example. The accounts receivable is a record of fact that a company has done some work for a customer and that customer owes money to the company. So generally the credit period is short, ranging from a month or in a two. So it is a credit period which is given by the supplier to the customer. Okay, and how to manage these trade receivables? So it is a process which the customers are ensuring that they will pay after a particular time. So now the businesses, they will, in order to generate more revenue or sell the product, the businesses, to prevent themselves from running out of working capital, this facilities will be available or it will be given to the customers. It also prevents overdue payment or non-payment of the pending amounts of the customers by giving the credit facilities. And it builds the business's financial and liquidity position. And goods receivable management contributes to the profitability by reducing the risk of any bad debts. So it involves identifying the reason for such delays and finding out the solution to those issues. Means the trade receivables, they have the rights to receive within the time period. If example, it can be 1 month or 2 months, within the time period it can be received. If not, they have the right to take the necessary measures or decisions. Now we will see about the process involved in trade receivables and management. So credit rating is the paying ability of the customers shall be reviewed before agreeing of any terms and conditions. So before giving the credit facility through this credit rating, the paying ability of the customers can be analyzed, and continuous monitoring of any risk or non-payment or delay in receiving of payment also can be analyzed through this credit rating. And then the customer relation should be maintained and thus to reduce the bad debts. So with this help of the credit rating, we can avoid the certain uncertainties which will occur in future. So addressing the complaints of the consumers in a smooth manner in order to receive the credit amount. And after receiving the payment also, the balances in the particular account receivable should be reduced. So if you are given 1 month credit period or 2 month credit period, accordingly the account should be adjusted. So this will prevent any bad debts or outstanding receivables during a particular period of time. Now we will see about the credit control. So credit control is nothing but it is the lending strategy that the banks and financial institutions employ to lend money to the customers. So the strategy emphasizes on lending money to customers who have a good credit score or credit record. So only to those people, people who are having good credit score or credit record only, this credit facilities will be given or it will be made available. So the customers with a good credit report generally have an excellent track. Means if the repaying history shows that they have repaid it on time and it is done perfectly, in that case the credit facilities can be given. Thank you.